Welcome to Sense of Style. I'm Stuart. 8 beast mode fragrances that always perform. And there is nothing, and I mean nothing more frustrating than buying a fragrance, waiting for it to be delivered. You know it smells good. It's super hyped. You put it on. It smells amazing. And after 15 minutes, it becomes a skin scent. 2 or 3 hours, it's gone completely. Honest to God. I would rather drop a bottle than have that happen, because at least if I drop a bottle, that's on me, right? I know what happened. If you buy something that ends up a skin scent really quickly, that feels like a fraud. That feels like somebody conned you. So it is absolutely awful. There's one YouTuber out there, a really good channel, really good YouTuber. I'm not going to mention his name. He's got a video that's like, performance doesn't matter. Oh, it matters. Because, hey, you can just go out and buy a body spray and have it not perform and it smells really good. Some of those Axe body sprays smell great, right? But when you buy a fragrance, you're paying for performance. And if it doesn't perform, it's maddening. These 8 fragrances today, they all perform. Fragrance number 1, this is Valentino Wo, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. And the great thing about the House of Valentino, the great thing is that they all perform. I got one Valentino fragrance that's good performance. The rest of them are amazing. Like they project really well, especially, but longevity is also great. This one is no exception. And this is kind of similar to Valentino Wo Intense, which seems to be the fragrance of choice of the Valentino of choice in the fragrance community, although this one has a higher ranking on Fragrantica. So this one is no joke. It performs really well. What I like about it is it's very modern with a nice, interesting twist. So there's a red apple in it. They're very specific. A lot of apples they use in fragrances. They'll show a picture of a green apple. They're specific. Red apple, so slightly sweeter apple. Then there is a really nice spiciness, cardamom and tobacco spiciness, but the twist is the aromatic notes. There are 3 of them. There's geranium, there's lavender, and sage, and it takes the fragrance in a slightly different direction than we're used to. The sort of typical fruity, spicy, that's very common. The Wanted by Night line is kind of like that. This has that aromatic quality, goes in a different direction. You combine that with great performance. It's a really good one. Fragrance number 2 is Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. And this is one of my top 10 favorite fragrances of all time. I like it so much that I went out and I got a clone, Odyssey pour Homme. And I love the clone, but there is a slight difference that I do miss. So basically the clone and the original are like very, very sweet. There's creamy ice creams called Kulfi. Then there's a vanilla and amber, so a lot of sweetness. There's spicy cardamom and nutmeg, so spiciness combined. But the difference is, with Noir Extreme, they have this note called mastic, and it's got a turpentine smell. If you've ever smelled turpentine, like it can almost knock you out. It's like super extreme freshness, right? And it's just a subtle amount of it, but it makes the difference between the clone, which I still like, as I said, and this, but you get the extra freshness in this. It just makes it more interesting twist. And let me tell you, performance, you're not going to get a Tom Ford fragrance with extreme in the name that doesn't perform. Fragrance number 3, this is Hardwood by Fragrance World. And it's very rare for me to have an inexpensive clone this high up on a video list. It's not exclusively for clones. But I'm telling you, man, the other night I went to bed. One of my favorite all-time fragrances was on this hand. Hardwood was on this hand. And I'm telling you, man, it wasn't close. This is an exceptional scent. It's a clone of Mahogany Woods by Bath & Body Works, which was discontinued. I've heard rumors, like from a good source, that they're now available in the stores again. I can't confirm, I've never done it, but either way, whether you get this or you buy Mahogany Woods in the stores, it's a fantastic scent. It's got a great twist on a sweet, woody vanilla. That twist is cognac and red pepper. It just veers slightly in a different direction. Works so well. The presentation of this is horrific. Like this label has been coming off from the minute I got it out of the box. This thing is like light as a feather, but the performance is fantastic. 6-7 hours, no problem. It's about the $40 range. This is good. Fragrance number 4, Stronger With You. Absolutely. And I remember when I first got my first Stronger With You, I got the Eau de Toilette. I remember thinking, Stronger With You, that's a bold claim. Is it going to be strong? The Eau de Toilette was really strong, got to admit, and I really liked it. And then I went out and I got this guy, which is a little bit more popular, and it is also strong. So, it's a very solid line for projection and longevity. Really like it. It's a very conventional fragrance, again, with a small twist. So it's got chestnut, it's got vanilla, and a bit of rum, but it's got Divana, which takes it with a slightly balsamic twist. Really nice fragrance, great performance. Really solid purchase if you're looking for a performance. Fragrance number 5, this is Versace Arrows. I like the scent, but it's not something that I'm in love with. And, it's got to be the same for a lot of people. Why is it such a huge seller? I'll tell you why. This is the strongest performing Eau de Toilette that I have ever tried. You wear this, it's pleasant, so you got mint, you got vanilla, and then you got a mixture of apple and lemon, so it's a pleasant scent. It's not bad. You wear this, people are gonna smell you. That in the bottle. It's a really cool looking bottle. Looks great to have on your shelf. Really cool. You combine the bottle with the unbelievably good performance, and this is not like a vintage bottle or anything. I have gotten 12 hours on many occasions. Usually it's between 10 to 12. This thing is strong. Fragrance number 6, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, and this is the renowned tiramisu fragrance. It's an Italian dessert with custard and coffee and a little bit of chocolate. So it's really nice and sweet. But the key to this, the reason this one is so popular, is because it does the same thing that Dolce & Gabbana The One does. It takes a sweet, warm fragrance and adds some freshness. And in this case, it takes the tiramisu dessert smell and they add a lot of ambroxan. So you don't lose the warmth, though. You're still getting the warm, sweet dessert, but you're getting the freshness of the ambroxan. With the good performance, works like a charm. Fragrance number 7, Dunhill Desire, and this is the red version. This fragrance, I'm sorry. This is a super underrated fragrance if you like the bubblegum style of scent. If you like something like the original Invictus Aqua, that kind of bubblegum, because there's different kinds of bubblegum. There's also the 1 million bubblegum, but it's more like the citrusy bubblegum version. If you like that, this thing is a no-brainer. It came out around, like 25 years ago, so it's old. But the smell, if you like bubblegum, is plenty of it. So it starts off very citrusy and very sweet. And then as the citrus dies down after about 45 minutes, you just get this beautiful sweet bubblegum. And I do like bubblegum. Not something that I wear all the time, but for certain occasions, definitely. And great performance for like what you can get for 20, 25 bucks. Yeah, it is more youthful, but it's great. And finally, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. This is another Eau de Toilette monster performer. Now, I much prefer the scent here to Eros. I think it works really well with women. It's that, ambroxan, a lot of ambroxan and black pepper. It works great, but the performance is just fantastic. It's a seductive scent that women like, that they're going to be able to smell if you put it on. I think it was too popular, and now it's not popular enough. Anyway, yeah, performance matters. It matters, it matters, it matters. I stand by firmly these 8 fragrances when it comes to performance. Skin chemistry aside, that's always a factor, but it's a small percentage of people that certain fragrances don't work on their skin. But yeah, for most people, they're awesome. Thanks for watching.